Okay. So howdy and welcome back everyone to another Tuesday meeting. Today we have a tech resource fair organized and we'll be talking about different kind of resources for you to check out if you're interested in learning something new or maybe if related to internships or just kind of personal productivity. And there are a lot of cool things happening in the world which you might be missing out on if you're unaware, so we just want to share these resources with you so that you can leverage these opportunities while you're a student because these are really helpful. So if I go to the next slide, so the first kind of resource that we'll be looking at is some resources for learning. So if you want to learn a new technology, right, there's like a lot of different websites and platforms that you can check out. And the ones that are listed here are like the more popular ones and also like the ones that some of our officers have used in the past. So the first one here is EDX. And I think one of the main kind of highlights for this one is that you get courses from people or like people who are teaching the courses or professors at Ivy League universities, so they are at the top of their field in terms of research, and they also might have like industry experience from the past. And it's just a great opportunity for you to learn something from these people in like even though you're not attending that school. And you not only have like courses related to your classes, but you can also learn about real world application stuff like web and mobile app development or AI, data science. And you can once you complete the course, you can like give exams and get certificates. And the good thing about it is that these courses are self-paced. So like you don't have to finish it all, in one go or like in one sitting. And if you have like midterms coming up or something, you can like, put it in the background for some time and then pick up on it later. So if we just go on the EDX website real quick, uh, you can see that there's like a lot of courses that you can check out. But if you were to, so like you can, why is this taking so much time to load? Okay, so if you see under the courses tab, you can like see the courses by subject, right? So if you were to check out something like computer science, and then you can see that there's courses on like Python, front end, AI, literally anything that you can think of. They also offer like online like master's degree, micro bachelor's degree, and like other kind of certificates that you can apply for if you're interested. But like if I were to open just like any one course here, you can see that like you can enroll in it for free, I'm assuming. I'm pretty sure, yeah. And you can like see different things about the course. You can see who the instructor will be. You can like see the syllabus for the course. And there's an option to get a certificate. Correct me. So I think Pawan and Wala have like more experience with this, but can you like get a waiver or something for the certificate?
Usually not. However, they have a lot of discounts every now and again and just drop the prices. There's coupons and stuff like that. And you get a certificate regardless if you do the verified route or not. It's just not as nice looking and you can't verify it.
Hmm. Okay.
For Coursera, though, like 9 out of 10 students that do apply for it, they do get it. I don't know about EDX.
Okay.
Even in Coursera, if you don't get the scholarship or the fee waiver, as they call it, you can always audit the course, so you can learn for free. You just won't get a certificate.
Yeah.
Yeah, same for
I've
EDX.
yeah, I've done that like tons of times because usually these certificates they're okay, but when you tell someone, an employer, like you did this on Coursera, but you didn't pay for it, they're like, oh yeah, I also did that, and that's how it goes.
Yeah. Cool. So the next thing I think is Coursera. And like Moala said, you can like we said, you can get like a fee waiver. And just to check out the website real quick, um, like the people again, like I said, teaching these courses are like from different universities, they have different backgrounds. I know that the what is it, the machine learning course on this is like really popular by the professor at Stanford. So you can check out like information about the course, like the syllabus, and they also have like it's taking so much time to load, but yeah, you can check out like the reviews and FAQs. There's like a whole lot of information um, on the course website, right? And you can enroll for free, and you can also get a certificate upon completion, flexible deadlines, like definitely something to check out. And there are obviously more courses too, but this is just the one that I know is like really popular here. So the next one is LinkedIn Learning, and it was brought to my attention that this is free with your A&M account. So definitely check it out. Like if you go on to here, so I already logged in with my A&M account, but you'll be asked to like sign in with, if only this page can load. Okay, failed to get response, incredible. So it was working, but you can check out like different courses, again, like all of the other platforms, like you can filter courses and um, one thing, let me see if I can. Okay, so for some reason, LinkedIn Learning is not working. Um, okay. Anyway, so I mean, we'll share these slides with you, and if not, you can just like go on to Google and find the link to LinkedIn Learning, and you can just sign in with your A&M account, and you can access all of the courses for free. Um, Definitely some good courses to check out. I know that there's a really good one on Figma that I looked at, and there's also like some other like there's like a variety of courses. Like all of these platforms, it's not just computer science. Like you can learn about different kinds of things. You can learn about finance, business, sales, marketing, and like anything else and whatever you're interested in. There's also Udemy. Again, very similar to like the rest of the platforms, and you can enroll in these courses. I think they require you to like pay some kind of fee to register for the courses. But they have like a sale going on, so you can, it's like $100 course, but you can get it for like $12, something like that. So this is again similar to all of the other platforms. So Udemy too, and there's like other platforms too. Like these are just four that we have listed. I know that there's like Code Academy, which is like really popular, which is like more specific to computer science. But these are like platforms, but there's also a lot of YouTube channels that you can check out. And this one called freeCodeCamp, it's really beginner friendly. And most of these like YouTubers, they like make videos of themselves like making a project right from scratch. So it's really good for you if you want to experience working with the technology and like kind of build like a personal project. So you can watch the video and just kind of follow along with it. So and most of these like YouTubers, they post videos on like different technologies, and you can almost find any kind of computer science topic. So if you check out freeCodeCamp, for example, uh, it pulls up. It's really slow for some reason. Okay. So you can see that they have like courses and they are like categorized. So you can check like JavaScript, Python, HTML, CSS. It's like different categories that you can find. And they're like not very long. And I think that they like really go in depth. And there's like a lot of projects too that you can build along with them. And you can also check out the playlists for like a specific kind of thing that you're interested in. And they also have a blog. So yeah, we'll talk about that later. But there's also like Tech with Tim. This is great for personal projects. I know I have done this in the past, and also like Pawan, I think, has used this one in the past. There's like a lot of like you can see, I think it's cool projects, this section. So he goes into making like an online game, a tower defense game, online chat app. What is happening? Oh, but yeah, so you can like follow along with these videos and just kind of build a project right from scratch and get the experience, and then you can like tweak around and customize it based on like whatever you want to learn further. So this is a great one too. And last one here is Traversy Media. This is, I think, my personal favorite because like the person who makes these videos is like really, really knowledgeable, and like the videos are like really clear, and you get like in-depth knowledge of like whatever the topic is. And again, there's like videos on like every possible thing that you can imagine. And even if you don't like find it here, you can just, um, you can just search in like React, Traversy Media if you want to learn React, and then it's gonna pull up like a bunch of videos by Traversy Media. You can see like he has like a crash course, and then also like making React apps so you can like follow along. And this is just like a 30-minute video, right? So it's like not too long. Definitely something that you can look into if you're interested in learning more about React. There's like a bunch of videos. But yeah, definitely check out all of these or like whichever one you feel comfortable with. And if you're not a video person, most people are, but if not, you can check out articles or blogs, right? So freeCodeCamp, the one that we looked at on YouTube, they also have like a website where you can, I think if you go here, you might have to, yeah, you need to sign in. But you can like sign in to like access these courses, and they also provide certification if you're interested. But I think the most important thing here is that the articles. So if you were, let's say, interested in learning about React, it pulls up like a bunch of articles that have been published here, and you can just like click on any one of these, and they like go really in depth, and like you can like follow along with it. And there's also like a video walkthrough, right? And they provide you like the source code, and then you can actually build the whole project from scratch. And they have like all of these visuals that will help you. And I think, do they have like a Q&A? They don't have a Q&A. It might have additional functionality. There's a forum here. So this thing is okay. Yeah. So you can check these different kind of areas, and then I think you can like see what questions other people have asked and maybe post your own question. Maybe you need to log in or something for that, but you can like post your own questions and ask questions about the article or whatever. But like even if you don't want to sign up to access the courses, you can definitely access these articles without signing up just by searching. So definitely that. And there's also a lot of people post their articles on Medium, which is really helpful. We didn't have like a specific one to link over here, but you can just search on Google and it'll pull up like articles on Medium. And there's also W3 Schools, which is everyone's favorite. You can learn about so many different things here, right? You have like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, like databases, Node.js, all of these different languages, AI, anything that you want to learn, right? And if you go on to any one of them, like if I say I want to learn Java, so it gives you like the sidebar with all of the different things that they will be covering. And one thing that I really like about this is this try it yourself button. So like if you click on it, it pulls up like this integrated code editor where you can actually test whatever you want to write. So it's really good. I mean, not for like such a simple example, but like if you're working with something complicated, it's easy to just like write the code and test it really quickly. So W3 schools, there's like a lot of interesting things like exercises and quizzes going on as well. But definitely a great website to check out if you want to learn something new. So on to the next slide. So if you're interested in competitive programming, right? There's a lot of resources that you can check out. There's like platforms where you can go online and you can practice all of these different problems for competitive programming, and you can also like watch videos and tutorials about the different topics that come in handy when you're like solving a problem. So I know Code Forces is like a really popular platform or like a website where you can like go and solve these kind of problems. So if you go to like problem set, uh, if you go to problem set, you can like see all of these different problems, right? And if you pull up the question, they'll give you like the question, and then what the expected input and output needs to be in like sample cases. And if you log in, like the enter or like register, I don't know, one of these two buttons, you'll get like the section to like submit your code, and you can run it and see how quick or like how fast it is, how efficient it is, and you can like see like your standing on like an international like leaderboard or something like that. So this is really helpful. Again, they also have like contests going on, I think on a weekly or daily basis if I'm not wrong, and you can participate in these and get like um, good rankings, and it helps build your like Codeforces profile, which you can like share with people if you're into competitive programming. There's also other platforms like HackerRank, HackerEarth, again similar to Codeforces, but I think HackerRank is more kind of uh, what should I say? It's like a better looking website than Codeforces, better UI for sure, but definitely great to check out. HackerRank is also useful if you're like preparing for interviews and stuff, but also for competitive programming. Other than these platforms, there's like some other competitions that you can participate in with like, actual like prizes. So the contests on Codeforces, they don't have prizes, but you can, like, there's the international like the ICPC contest that you can participate in. I think you need to, for this one, like to participate in this, you might have to get associated with the Aggie Competitive Programming Club, like just to participate, being like an A&M student. I'm not entirely sure, but we'll talk about the club too. But this is like a great contest where you can, I'm pretty sure that they would have like some prizes, and you get a great opportunity to just kind of showcase your competitive programming skills. But there are also like a bunch of other contests, and these ones are like Kickstart, Hashcode, CodeJam. These are organized by Google. And if you go onto the website, you see that Kickstart is going to happen sometime soon. When is it? Oh, 25 days. Okay. So you have time to prepare, right? And you can like check out their website, register for it. And they also have like tutorials where you can go to like practice for this. And if you click on this button, it shows you like the other competitions, the ones that I talked about. And there's also, you can move it here. Yeah, so if you go to the past competitions tab, you can check out like the archive for the past competitions, and you can see like the questions which were asked on in those contests, and just get like an idea of like the how competitive this contest is, and you can like actually see the problem and like you can solve it. So that's Kickstart, and like Hashcode and CodeJam are similar. And if you want to get involved with competitive programming, there's the Aggie Competitive Programming Club, ACPC, at A&M, that you can check out. I know they meet weekly to like kind of solve competitive programming problems. And you can, yeah, they have like contests going on. They have, okay, so there's the spring programming contest coming up, which you can check out. And they also like post problems and stuff. I think they have like a Discord that you can join if you're interested. So definitely check out the club. The next thing here is some other
Um,
competitions. Yeah, go
just
ahead.
another note, Dr. Kaiser also offers a course on competitive programming. Um, it's a pretty competitive course on its own. Like you get grades based on how you perform in the daily competitions he has. So I know a lot of my friends have taken that course and like they've just like leveled up a coding level above me because like they get to know these cool tricks and like how to get programs to run faster that you generally don't like in let's say in 221 or 411. You just don't know how to make like BFS run faster. Dr. Kaiser will help you run it like in O of one time or linear time rather than O of n squared or something like that. So like cool tricks you learn there, and those will definitely improve your um, I guess interview skills as well.
Yeah, thanks for the input. So the next thing is more competitions. So if you're interested in building like a project, like a full scale project, and then kind of, get some cool prizes for that, there's like definitely hackathons that you can check out. MLH organizes a bunch of them, like literally a lot of them. I know that every weekend they have like 4 or 5 different hackathons going on that you can participate in. And this semester, like at least right now, all of them are virtual, and it's really easy for you to participate in whichever hackathon that you're interested in. And like I think these just take you to the actual hackathon website, or like not this one, but like in most cases it will take you to like the website, and then you can like register, and maybe they have like a Discord or Slack that you can join and just kind of find a team and start building. They also have like a bunch of other resources like careers and internships and like other things that you can check out on their website. And I think we'll be talking about one of these later. So that's MLH, but there's also a lot of cool hackathons, or at least 4 hackathons that happen at A&M, right? There's the Temu hack that you can check out, which already happened this semester. I think it was in January, yeah. Um, but these are again all MLH sponsored hackathons. And I think one thing that's like really cool here is that other than the prizes, which are obviously amazing, you can check out like the sponsors for the hackathons, and it's a great place for you to like talk to these company representatives, which otherwise you might not get a chance to, right? Like most of these companies do not come to the career fair, but you can meet them at these hackathons and just kind of build that kind of network and relation. So yeah, you can also check out the prizes, schedule and stuff, and all of these different ones, like even the datathon or like the makeathon, howdy hack. Definitely check those out. At least they're at A&M, so and hopefully they'll be in person next semester. Who knows? But there's that, and there's also some other competitions which are more kind of so what's different in these projects is that other than just building a project and submitting it to the competition, you actually get the resources to take it to the next level and actually make it available to the world, right? So for example, for the solution challenge, it's organized by Google, and you build a project based on like whatever criteria that they set out. And like the top 50 teams, they receive mentorship from Google, and then the finalists, they get like a lot of cool swag, like different subscription to Pluralsight and other things. And then the top 3 winners, like you get a coffee chat with a Google executive and a Chromebook and stuff like that. But they help you kind of take your project to the next level. You can like actually make it available, right? So if you build like an app or something, they're gonna help you publish it. But one thing that's really important here is that when you register for it, you get access to like a community of some really great developers and like Google developer experts, which like the name suggests are people who are expert in their fields. And you can just pitch your idea to them and get their feedback, suggestions, and it's obviously a great networking opportunity for you as well. So, and the prices are really cool. So, if you're interested, definitely check it out. I think the submission deadline is coming up. So, if you want to register, we'll like share the slide deck. You can register. You need to register on the the Google developer website, and also like fill out a little form to let us know that you're participating. So this one is by Google. There's also the Microsoft Imagine Cup, which is again a similar competition organized by Microsoft, where you can like build on a project and submit it, and you get like really cool prizes. They give you cash prize to take your project to the next level, and you get mentorship from Microsoft experts. I don't know what the timeline for this one is. You can find it on the website. But all of these kind of like competitions, they have like this winners tab on their website where you can see what kind of projects students have built in the past to just kind of get an idea or like a little direction like where you should be headed. Um, and most of the time, like for the solution challenge, for example, like when you register, you're gonna get access to a kind of community where you can ask questions that you have. So I'm sure they must have something for Microsoft too. But if you're interested, do check out these competitions. And the next thing is internships. So um, finding internships is really hard. So there are like a lot of resources for that. On LinkedIn, if you go to LinkedIn jobs, you can find job postings for a lot of different roles and positions, and it's better to kind of apply from there. So if I pull this up, it's going to take me to LinkedIn jobs, and hopefully this one will work because LinkedIn Learning was not pulling up. Okay, so you can find these different positions that have been posted on LinkedIn for you to apply to, and it's really so like you can search for like whatever you're interested in. So like if I do like software engineering internship, you can like filter by the date that it was posted. So you can check out jobs which are posted like within the last 24 hours. So this really helps you because you can be like one of the first candidates to apply, right? So if you're interested, you can see like how many people have already applied and like how many people have seen it, and you get like more information about the about the position, and like you can also like check out about the company and read up on more about it. But definitely a great place to check out, and it's helpful if you apply through LinkedIn. And there's like a lot of filters that you can apply, which helps as well. And there's also Glassdoor, which you can use for applying to different jobs. I think one of the things that I like about this is the interviewee experience. Like you can search up different positions and companies and see what kind of experience people have had interviewing at that company. So like if you go on to the Discover Interviews tab, okay. So you can search for, I'm not gonna demo this. It's really like the website is really lagging, but we'll share the slide deck and you can go and check it out. But you can find like people share their interview experience and they like talk about what kind of questions they were asked, and you can also see like whether that person got the offer or not. So just based on their experience, like you can read up on different people's experience if you're like really anxious about your interview or something like that. Definitely helps. There's also a lot of GitHub repositories that you can check out to find kind of a concise list of different job postings. This one by a club at University of Pittsburgh is really popular. So like this is the repository for summer 2021 internships, and it's being updated like quite frequently, right? So it was last updated like 17 days ago. And like if a role closes, they like mark it as closed so that you don't kind of waste time looking at it. And they provide links so you can like go on to the company or like maybe like the application link or something like that, and important notes that you need to know before you actually apply to the position. So, and they also, if you just go to the GitHub org, you can see that they also have like a new grad um, repository that you can check out. So if you're graduating in 2021, you can apply to these different companies, different roles in these locations, right? So definitely worth checking out. um, the next thing, I mean, the last thing that you can definitely do is always go to the company website and find the job posting. In terms of preparing for interviews, I kind of talked about HackerRank before, but LeetCode is again a really similar platform where you can practice coding questions, and you they also have like a discussion, or I don't remember what exactly it's called, but like a forum kind of thing where you can where people like have discussions about each question, and you can like find solutions or just kind of see if you're struggling with something. um Maybe someone else struggled with it and you can find like the solution for that. Let me, where am I not? I'm not gonna log in, but you can find really cool things on here, and you can also like filter questions based on the company, and like how many times they were asked, and like you can also filter questions based on different topics. So if you're preparing for an interview and you're not really like, maybe you want to refresh like, I don't know, like trees or linked list or something like that, you can just filter it by the topic and see those questions, and you can filter the questions by like medium, hard, easy, and just kind of get like a better sense of these topics. So HackerRank is again similar. And there's also a lot of resources that A&M offers for like finding internships. There's Hire Aggies, where like companies post jobs exclusively for Aggies. So you need to just sign in as a student. Okay. And then you can see all of these different jobs which are posted. Hopefully it will pull up. Yeah. So you can go to the jobs tab and you can search for jobs. And I think this is also the platform that they use to post about like part-time jobs at A&M, if I'm not wrong, or maybe some other website. But you can also find like part-time jobs and like full-time jobs and internships, and from like all of the different kind of companies that are associated with A&M. And they recommend, like a lot of companies recommend that you use Hire Aggies to actually apply to their position, just so that they know that you're from A&M. So like you can see. And one thing, so like it might say that you're not qualified for applying to a particular position. Maybe they require like seniors or juniors, and you're like a freshman. But like you can still, more often than not, find like a link to go to their website. Um, I don't think they have one for this one, but you can like find the same position on the company website and still go ahead and apply regardless. Like even if you're like not qualified for it over here, um, if you feel like you're interested in the position or you might be a good fit, definitely apply. So that's Hire Aggies. There's also the Career Center, which you can check out. They have a lot of cool resources. They do like workshops and stuff on job search and just kind of succeeding or having like a successful internship and things like that. And WeMock is a really great tool which helps you kind of get feedback on your resume. So you get, I think it's free with your A&M account, like it's provided by the Career Center, and you can like log in and you can submit your resume and get feedback, and it shows you. Let me see if I can try to maybe pull it up. I know that my resume for one will have like a lot of mistakes, so let's see. So the last time I submitted my resume, I got this score. Okay, and I think you can like click on it and see like in detail like what kind of things they suggest you fix for your like resume. This is like a really old resume, yeah, whatever. But they tell you like what kind of things you need to work on and how you can fix those, right? I mean, it's not the best thing, but definitely helps you fix like some major like blunders on your resume that you might have that you might miss. So I think you get like 10 attempts to like submit your resume. You upload resume, 10 left. I think you get like 10 every semester if I'm not wrong. But it's definitely a great tool to check out. So that's with that. And then, so there are also, um, how are we doing on time? Okay. So there are also like some exclusive internship programs organized by some companies that you can take a look at, especially like some companies like the ones listed over here. They do like exclusive like freshman, sophomore internships. So their SWE internship, for instance, might be more competitive, but if you're a freshman or sophomore, you can apply to these programs and still get kind of like a similar experience. So Google does their STEP program. It's related to like it gives you kind of the similar experience as their SWE internship, and the application cycle is like it opens in September and I think it closes in October, and this program is open to like freshmen and sophomore, and yeah, so if you go on their website, you can see what kind of qualifications are needed in order to apply to this and what kind of work you'll be doing. And you can also again go to like Glassdoor and see people's interview experiences if you're preparing for that, or just kind of in general like on Google like search for like people who have maybe done this internship in the past, or like on LinkedIn, and just kind of talk to them and see what the program is like, right? And this applies to like any kind of position, not specifically like STEP, but um so this one is for freshmen and sophomore. Then there's also like Facebook University. This gives you like a variety of options. So you can do like engineering, which I think is closer to SWE, and then you have like data analytics and product design, and they have like a wide application cycle, but I think it's like different for like different programs. So they have like yeah, so they have made it like in different groups. So for engineering, the application opens first, and then analytics is the month after that, and then product design is the month after that, and then you know, um, all of these are in the summer. And Facebook University is also for freshmen and sophomore, if I'm not wrong. Yeah. There's also the Microsoft Explore internship that you can check out again for freshmen and sophomores. This gives you experience with SWE and also like product management. It's like broken up that way over like several weeks. And Twitter does internships as well. These internships, I don't think they are like exclusively for freshman or sophomore. I think anyone can apply, but they do have like specific diversity programs like Twitter Academy, which is open to sophomores only. And there's also this new program that Amazon started. Wait a second. Amazon started this year, if I'm not wrong. It's called the Amazon Propel program or the Leap intern. And I think anyone can apply to it because they don't say that you need to be like a freshman or sophomore, but it's a cool summer internship program, and you'll be. Well, I think it's closer to like the SDE experience, like software development. So if you're interested, definitely check it out. I think the application is still open. So that is that. In the next slide, we have some open source related programs. So if you're interested in open source, you can check out these cool programs like Google Summer of Code is a really popular one. It happens over the summer, and you work with a mentor from one of the participating organizations, and you work on a project. And at the end, you get, I don't know what you get at the end, but I know they provide like stipend because it's kind of like a summer internship. And you can see like the organizations that are participating, and I think you get to choose like which organization you want to work with or something like that. But definitely a lot of cool companies participating, like something that you might want to contribute to. So this is a great program. And there's also a similar one that MLH started last year. It's called the MLH Fellowship. And they do it in like different, they have one for like different areas. Yeah. So they have one called Explorer where you like build personal projects. And they have one for open source where you contribute to open source projects. And then they also have like the externship. And I think that this is a paid kind of program as well. Again, it's over the summer that you can apply to this. And I think actually it's not just for the summer. I think they do it every semester. I think they did one this spring as well. And they currently have applications open for the summer. So check this out. And the next thing is startups and venture capital. So Shrey, you want to talk about this?
Hey, yeah. Just another point on the summer of code. Um, it is all open source projects. I think MLH fellowship is also open source projects. So you will learn a lot from just understanding those code bases. Plus, if you don't have an internship, I would highly suggest you do this because once you have your hands in like open source projects and you list them on your resume, like, hey, I committed to, let's say, Audacity, which is a product that I use almost every time when I have to edit a video or do something with audio. Um, it's really going to bump up your resume to that level. So let's say if you want to really work on video processing or image processing or something like that, there's projects in that summer of code which relate to that and you can work on those. So just a tip there. And let's go on to startups and venture capital fellowships. Alrighty. I really like these kind of companies more. And I'm naturally biased towards them, but um, I really like them because you work in smaller environments and you learn way more than at, let's say, a big company because you're not entitled to a single project. You can jump from here and there. This last summer, just for an instance, why these programs might fit you. Obviously, you heard of like FANGs and like banks and all of these other companies. Not a lot of people at A&M have heard about startups, so I'll just give you like a brief rundown. Um, this last summer, I pitched a project, um, d designed it, so like drew the wireframe, mocked up a design in Figma, all of that, did interviews with potential consumers, built the whole product from start to end, marketed it. So we marketed it on different platforms, wrote a bunch of articles about it, even got contacted by a news media who wanted to do a TV interview with us. So like a lot of different things, and then finally published it and then maintained it. So all within 3 months. So you get like the whole schmeal of experience while doing a straight up internship. And even at a full-time job, you get way more experience. So that's one of the reasons. Second is you develop a lot of contacts. Um, I was in one of the fellowships programs and I developed contacts with people who co-founded LinkedIn, people who have like, I know one person who has $6 billion in their bank account just supplying money to different startups, right? So you meet a lot of people like that who went from like super basic level to like all the way up to the top, and being in contact with such people also helps you in the future. Let's say if you start a startup, or you want to meet some other super cool, super intelligent, and maybe rich people, they're the source, right? So a lot of these things matter. Um, I'll go if Dakshika stops sharing, I'll share the same slide and then I'll go to the websites that I mentioned there. Um, all right, can everyone see this? Just
Yep.
okay, dope. Oh yeah, here it is. So a good way of getting into early stage startups. So there's late stage and there's early stage, and I guess there's mid stage, but early stage startups will be via fellowship programs. There's many. I myself was an 8VC fellow, so I'm biased towards that. I know KP fellows are also super hard to get into, and they are one of the best, if not the best, fellowship programs. Um, Kleiner Perkins and funded companies. I'm pretty sure you know at least two or three of these just by looking at them, and they've funded like a lot more companies. And these are just fellowship companies that they will match you up with. So you are almost guaranteed an internship or some sort of connection in all one of these companies, and live connections with the other, right? The same with 8VC. There's a lot more companies here that they've added since my fellowship, but essentially you come here, you get into the fellowship program, and then you meet cool people, learn a lot, and they will match you up with an internship, hopefully at one of their portfolio companies. And what this does is you not only get into a startup, you also get into the venture capital backing that startup. So let's say for some reason that startup goes down, you still have that venture capital connection that you can use to jump to other startups and something like that. What this will teach you is not only the technical side of things, but also the management and the financial side of things that are really important while running a company or a business, and teach you how to come up with an idea, enhance it, and make a business around it, right? So you meet all of these cool people via these programs, which will help you get that idea right. Um, so these fellowship programs, super hard to get into. I know last year we had like a 5% acceptance rate, and it is only going lower because more people will apply. So really hard to get into, but if you do get in, it's honestly a blast. Like we did it online, and like it was still a blast. Like we had a virtual chocolate tasting event and stuff like that. So definitely something that you want to participate in. And if it's in person, they will basically treat you like royals. And let's get on to startups. So let's say you don't get into a fellowship program, or you don't want to go to like early stage companies. Late stage companies are also really, really great to get like a good career leveled up for you, because these companies will have IPOs soon and stuff like that. So you will be a very, very I guess very close to being in a big company, but not in a super huge company. So it's a great way to start. And there's lot of ways to find startups. Normally, what I would do is I would go to one of these websites, let's say Sequoia, which is a venture capital fund, and all of these are either incubators or venture capital funds. You can just Google and find all of these, and then they have portfolio companies, and you can look at those and you can see, oh, let's say Blues Wireless, that seems interesting. They're doing system on a module and JSON and stuff, and I really want to work there. And you can find other stuff, other connecting stuff there, and you can look them up on LinkedIn or go to their website, stuff like that. Each of the companies that I've listed, where did the slide deck go? One second, there it is. Each of the companies that I've listed here, um, in the fellowship program and in the top VCs are great. You can find other companies, other venture capitals that are backing startups, which will help you find one of the best kind of startups, which are like venture backed. So it's kind of a safe bet, and you can dive deeper and you can find these startups, because you won't find them in like talking to other students or something like that, because most students will not know about these startups. But When you go to these websites, you can find these startups, apply there, and stuff like that. Many times, what will happen is the startups won't have a listing on their website because they are looking for a more personal level to connect on. Um, you can find the recruiter on the startup website, reach out to them via LinkedIn. I have honestly done this, got interviews, and gone through different stages of them. So that is a big resource right there. Just figuring out who the HR is or who one of the engineers is, who seems approachable, and then reach them out on LinkedIn, email. Um, if they allow Twitter DMs, I don't recommend it. You can do it. Um, so that is a really cool resource. Also, let's say on LinkedIn, you know someone who is like a great investor, and you have been following them for a while. So like I've been following this guy, Bhaskar Ghosh, for a while. He's like at high levels in like multiple startups, and he was one of the guys who helped co-found I don't yep, NerdWallet and LinkedIn. So he's a guy whom I met at 8VC. So again, like you meet really cool people, but I've been following him for a while now, and he posts stuff regarding companies, and then you can look up that company, and it's already past that threshold. Like, okay, someone whom I know and admire, and he has really good knowledge, understands what this company is doing, so they must be doing something right. And you can connect with that company via people like these. So another resource, this might not work every single time, but it will in some cases. There's also like you can look at posts of different venture capital funds, and you can find companies that way, because their websites might not be updated as soon as possible, but their social medias are. Um, so that's another resource. Angel List is a company that lists like different startups, and you can find jobs over there. These are usually early to late stage, so you can find a lot of jobs at Angel List, and you can also find connections whom you can get a job via on Angel List. Its website is angel.co. I don't know why they did not go with angel.list or something like that, but um, this is what it is. And they also have, only if I could find that. Yep. They also have lists of startups that they think are the best startups of that year. So this was for 2020. Um, and you can absolutely apply at all of these startups because they say they're hiring or they're not hiring and stuff like that. So it's just one level through. And if you want to go super deep into startup territory, I would look at TechCrunch and Crunchbase. So TechCrunch is basically a newsletter sort of thing. It's a news website, and there you can look at news for like startups specifically, or like super high tech stuff. And for example, I've clicked Series A, which is a sort of funding level for startups, which are Series A is early, I guess, early to mid-range startups, mostly early, and you can understand and reach different startups via this way. Then there's Crunchbase, which is a website where like you can look at financials of different companies. I'm just gonna do this because it was visible, and I work at this company. Um, so you can look at the financials, you can look at who funded it, what people are in the company, and then you can go to those people's profiles and like figure out stuff from their profiles and stuff like that. So Crunchbase is one of the companies. They also have lists on Crunchbase where you can go through different lists and figure out what company you want to go into, like industries, fintech, and then leadership and stuff like that. So um, it's definitely viable. I have a lot more information on these, so if you really want to go into startups, reach out. But these are some great starting points to like just understand the startup world and get into it.
All right, cool. Shrey, actually, can you go to the next slide?
Yep.
Yeah, so now we will have Moala give a demo for a productivity tool that a lot of us use, and it's definitely a good one to check out. Moala, do you?
Yes, once again.
Okay.
Okay, so Notion is like super helpful for if you want to stay organized. It's like a productivity application. You can access it. Like there's an mobile app and like you could do it through, the website. And so it has like really nice templates. For example, for education, you can have like class notes. You have like these sections you could add Math 360, History 230, and like if you reviewed the notes for that class, you can mark with like check mark over here. You could also add more columns if you wanted to, and in those columns you could include maybe the professor's email if you ever needed it. And for the notes, like to access your notes, you would open tab, and you could add they have like so many different tools. I don't want to go too in depth, but you could add like quotes, bullets, and they also have tutorials on this on YouTube. If you like need to wait one second, Discord. You can also add like a grade calculator, and I haven't used this tool, but I do know some people who do. So you could add like multiple assignments, different things. What else? So another one that I saw that I thought was really cool was like the rent tool roommate tab. You could add notes for your roommate in here. Let's see. They have, ooh, where is the job application one? This one I used very heavily while I was going through my internship search. And what you can do is add like the company's names and like notes you have for that specific company. And you can also add another column for like what stage you are at of your application process. So if you're ready to apply, you can mark it like that. And I generally, like a lot of the times, I forget like which companies I followed up with. So this really helps with like keeping track of what I've done for each company. What else? And like a lot of times listings are deleted from like company websites. So what I like to do is add like another column for that to have like the job posting, just in case I forget like what the position requires, and like it helps me better prepare for interviews. And if you use different like resumes for different companies and different positions, you can also add like the different versions of your resume. And if you struggle with like keeping track of like when the application is due, there's also another tab you can add for like due dates. And they have like a lot of super cool tools on here and different templates you can use. And yeah, that's about it.
With Notion, just wanted to bring in this one point. Like, it's not only more or less like a personal user-friendly tool, but a lot of companies are also moving towards it. Like, we used to replace Jira and other Atlas and products with Notion. So definitely something you might want to check out in case you're working at a company that adapts to new stuff really quickly. Notion will be right up there.
Yeah. And with Notion, at first it may be a little daunting, but once you like, there are a few tutorials you can watch and it gets like super easy. Once you get the hang of it, like once you start using it, it's actually really helpful.
Yep. Okay, great. I think that's it for all the resources that we wanted to share today. Um, if anyone has any questions, you can ask them right now. Or I see that people have been asking questions in the chat all along. Or you can just kind of post questions in our Slack. And yeah, we'll share the slides so you don't have to worry about the links, and also a recording of the meeting. But other than that, no one has any questions. That's it for today then. Yeah, thank you so much for coming, everyone, and have a nice rest of your day or night.